Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's Paul. I am on the mayor's couch today with Dr. Tingley from Falls Community Health. And she's here today because we're going to be talking about a few things, one of which is flu shots. And Nurse Katie, come on in. Okay. While I'm giving you an update today, Nurse Katie's going to be giving me a flu shot. So just ignore the woman to my left while she does this. And I'm going to get a flu shot. And before I talk about some of the other stuff in the city, we're going to talk about flu shots. And that's why I had Dr. Jen, Tingley with me. We'll call you Jen.
Yeah.
So what are you guys seeing with flu this year? What are vaccinations looking like? Are people getting them?
Yeah.
Why is it important to get vaccinated?
Yeah. So our flu season is just starting to ramp up. We haven't seen a lot of disease activity yet in the city, but it's coming. Winter's coming. Flu season is coming. We certainly are seeing a bump up in our vaccination rates. So that's what we want to see. We want to see people get protected before the season actually really hits us. We know that the vaccine seems to be working pretty well because we looked down south in the southern hemisphere. They already had their winter. They had their flu season. And we know that the vaccine was working pretty well down there. So I'm hopeful that we get the same response up here in North America.
And super important to get vaccinated just because it's not just for you, but your family, your friends, the people you're around, it's very important that you have that vaccination. It's proven to work. The CDC, there's a reason they push it so much every year. There's a reason we vaccinate all the employees at City Hall. Katie's done apparently already. I didn't even feel it. So that's how long it takes. It literally takes like 30 seconds.
So easy.
So you can go to, your primary care provider and get it covered by most insurance. A lot of employers will offer free flu shot clinics. Take advantage of it if you can. Cancel a meeting you have to make sure you can get out and do that, just because it's very important. But while I got you here, I'm going to give you a couple quick updates on things happening in the city. First off, and this is not a plug for a business, but people have asked me, where can we get the cool Sioux Falls flag that is put in the back? You can, Maximum Promotions here in Sioux Falls, they have a whole bunch. They're printed, you can go buy them there. So if you want to fly a Sioux Falls flag, Maximum Promotions is a great way to do that. This morning, we kicked off a press conference with our police department about our Community Ambassador Program. And you'll see some of this on the news in the next couple days. This is a program whereby we have found 9 to 10 people in the community who are going to serve kind of as interstitial ambassadors between citizens and our police department. So they're in different groups and different populations throughout the city. So if people have a concern and they don't really feel comfortable going to the police department, they can go to one of these community ambassadors, or CAPs as we're going to call them, and they can serve as a liaison to our police. So another way we're keeping Sioux Falls safe and keeping the community engaged with safety. Monday, my director of technology and innovation starts. His name's Jason Reisdorfer. We just had a breakfast this morning and got a list about that big of stuff that he's got to be working on. We also have been meeting this week about an e-bike ordinance that we're ready to take forward to the council. A lot of people have asked me about e-bikes and bikes on the bike trail, or e-bikes, which again are not mopeds, are not motorcycles. Those are assists for people who they just need a little extra help getting up some of the hills on the bikes. We're not trying to put 40-mile-an-hour bikes on the bike trails, but we are trying to keep up with the change in technology and how older people sometimes will use e-bikes to give a little assist. We have an ordinance we're going to bring it through to the council on those. And then the last thing I'll just mention, had a chance yesterday to do a read for the record at JFK Elementary, read to 100 kindergartners a book. We had nearly 4,000 students get read to yesterday, thanks to Sioux Falls Public Library. So that was kind of a neat deal, part of being a national program called Read for the Record. So lots of other things going on. Thanks for hanging with us. Jen, Dr. Tingley, Katie, thank you. Katie, get in here. You got to say goodbye. Okay. Katie's great. These guys are with Falls Community Health. I will say one last thing. Our Falls Community Health, probably one of the most underappreciated departments in our city. These guys do incredible work. The patients they serve, the population they serve, and the work that they do is it's a calling. And I've had this discussion with Jen before about this is a calling for her to be serving in the city this way. So if you see anybody from Falls Community Health, or you ever want to do anything nice for the city, bring these guys some bagels or some coffee or something, because they just do a really great job. So thanks. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and we'll come to you live next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.